What's up, everybody? Big stock right here. Coming at you today with the Smith & Wesson M&P 9 2.0 Spec Series V metal. It is my nightstand gun. I love it. It shoots extremely flat. I have the Hollow Sun 507C red dot on it. Phenomenal pistol. But my hands, as big as they may look, are not really that big, and I cannot hit that mag release without adjusting my grip, which, you know, in a situation that you may want to use this pistol, or may have to use this pistol, or even in a competition, you don't want to have to adjust your grip to get to that mag release. So I purchased a Springer Precision extended release paddle. So let's swap that out. All right. But first, let's show clear. All right. I'm gonna lock that back. Let's take down the gun. All right. Well, with some models of M&P, there's a little spring in here you need to depress to get the mag release off. But with this model, we are simply going to use this little screw over here. It's called a screw. All right. With this, you do need to depress it just a little bit. All right. And then that should just come right out. All right. Well, on this piece, we have to take out this spring to put it into our new part. We're going to try to make sure this thing doesn't fly all over my room. There we go. And let's get our replacement part. So let's talk about this extended mag release. Springer Precision. It is made out of aluminum. And it has this extended paddle. Sitting there like, let me figure it out. Sitting there like that. And this little paddle is going to give me more purchase when I need to go and release that magazine without having to change my grip. So at least that's the hope, right? Let's get it together. All right, we got a spring. We're going to insert it into this part. Hopefully with a little bit less trouble than I had taking it out. Boom. She's in there. All right. All right, you just put it in. The end that's, of course, you need on the other end goes in first. And then once we get that in there, we're just going to turn this to set that spring back in place. And we don't have to turn it too much. And let's look down in there. Make sure we're good. I believe we are good. No, we are not, because it is hanging out. All right, let's get this right. What we don't need. All right, let's see what kind of problem we done made ourselves. Sometimes when working on guns, you will encounter obstacles. Just got to figure it out. So what we are trying to do is get this depressed, and it'll go up in that little cutout right there. All right, I'll show you that. Is that clear? So it needs to sit like that when it's in the gun. And it needs to be like that to get out of the gun. So, let's slow down. And let's do it properly. At least let's attempt to do it properly. Why does not want to work? Let's look at it while we do it. Well, the issue was I was turning up and I should have been turning down. So, yes. Let me show you that. I think it's important that when you make mistakes, it's important to know how you made that mistake. That way, you can avoid making that mistake again. So this cutout is on the top and the bottom. I know that it's because you can put this on the left or the right. If you're a left-handed shooter, you can use this on the left side, right? So that cutout needs to be on the top and the bottom. It's similar to a mag release I have on my Glock 43X. I was trying to twist this upwards, and I should have been twisting it downwards, catching that the bottom cutout. Drop my screwdriver. Shit happens, right? And now that was smooth as butter. All right. Well, that's on there, right? And I can fire this weapon, and I can feel I'm not gonna be hitting that mag release by mistake. But that's ugly. It needs a little bit of something else. This blue gun needs that blue paddle. Of course, it has the Springer Precision symbol on there. Gotta have your branding. And let's get that put on. So we need to catch this notch. And let's install it. It just takes one of these little screws. Now, what it doesn't tell me to do, which not like it came with instructions, it doesn't tell me to use any type of Loctite. I did research, by research I'm saying I look up videos. I did look up videos to see the proper installation of this particular mag release. And nobody used Loctite. Or at least the one guy I watched didn't use Loctite. But I imagine the reason why they give you two of those damn screws because this thing may back out. So I'm going to do a little bit more research because the last thing I would want to do is use Loctite on this and somehow Loctite gets into the inner workings of the mechanisms, which is it's just a spring gliding. But still, you wouldn't want any problems. Now, I did go over and over about this, choosing this color. The blue on this pistol is factory. It came like this. This was Smith & Wesson's design. Problem with that blue is it is I like to call it a Smith & Wesson blue. I have a knife with that similar blue in it, made by Smith & Wesson. And this blue is going to be slightly different, right? So it could be an issue. Not a functional issue, completely aesthetic. Hey, you like what you like. But I don't think I really care. Let's get you back together. Oh yeah. Oh that. Oh yeah. I like it. I like it. But yeah, that was installing a new extended magazine release with the paddle. I'm really digging that paddle. I'm really thinking if it was just extended, I still be able to get a good purchase, be able to get a good press on it. But this paddle can allow you to, you can fully extend, you can not fully extend, and you can still get that mag release. So, it's for functionality. That is nice. That is nice. So check me out. I am going to replace this trigger. I have a Apex trigger coming down. I did not go with the Apex blue for similar reasons. I knew I was choosing this blue. I wasn't sure if that Apex blue was going to blend well with it. And there's no point in having 3 different color blues on the gun. So I went with just a black with that Apex trigger. But as I look at this, I kind of regret not going with the blue. Go for it or go home, right? This is supposed to be just for me. It's my nightstand gun. So who cares if it's all the blues? I know if you run up in my house, you sure not gonna care. You're not gonna look at it and be like, oh, those blues don't match. Nah, you're not gonna give a shit. And I'm not gonna give a shit in that moment either. So don't run up in here. All right, so check me out when I put in that new trigger. I've never installed a trigger in any of my firearms before. So all of my firearms have the trigger in them that they came with. But I am replacing this trigger with an Apex trigger. I love the reviews on it. I love the videos I saw on it. So it's supposed to be here in a couple days. Check your boy out. But this is Big Stock signing off, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's not really a tutorial. I just want you guys to see what I'm doing to my firearms, the things that I love. Peace out.